Hey there, how are you? It's Jessica Hartley here to talk about love, sex, and relationships. And today we're going to talk about criticism and those times when our partners seem to not value who we really are. So, a lot of times when there's conflict, criticism or sarcasm, or just when our partners are lashing out on us, tend to be some of the biggest things that are creating the pain and the conflict in our relationship. And the first thing that I want to tell you is that this conflict is not meant to take you further apart from each other. This conflict is coming up because there's something inside of you that is ready to grow outside of what you've been offering already. So what that means is that you and your partner have attracted each other to each other based on the energy and the levels of communication and respect that you have for yourself and that you have for them. So our partners are very much sort of like an energetic magnet to our energy. And so we attract each other based on where we're at the same level, or they're able to match or reflect back to us where we're at. So that means that whenever you have a conflict in that matching, like something no longer feels in alignment, it means that one of you is growing, which is awesome because, as I've said before, your relationship is the medium, the very best vessel that you could ever have for your own personal growth and for the relationship to grow together. So a conflict is really a good thing if you know how to work with it, if you know how to use it to bring you closer together, to grow individually and together. And you can do that little bits, bit by bit, and continue to grow and stay even closer, stronger together, more deeply connected than ever before. And that's what our relationship has to offer us. There's so much good in relationship. So when you have a conflict and your partner's criticizing or being sarcastic or not seeing the very best in you, and they're telling you about it, and they're pointing out your flaws, or they're asking you to change or to be someone different because that's what they want or something like that, and it really hurts you. What this is your opportunity to realize that there's someplace inside of me where I have been offering a sort of energy that my partner's used to matching that energy with whatever it is that they're saying. So if I don't have self-worth or self-confidence or confidence in my body, my partner is going to respond or reflect that back to me by their words and actions. So they might say, offer some criticisms, which might feel very painful, but really what's happening is something so much deeper, is that the only reason it feels painful for you is because you're noticing now something that you didn't notice before, that you have a different idea of where you want to be, but your partner is still reflecting those old thoughts, those old thought patterns that you would offer out about yourself, and they reflected back to you. So when, for example, if you have a poor self-image or self-worth, just with, relate it to your body. A lot of times women struggle with that. Especially mothers, we give birth and our bodies are nowhere near where they used to be. We're not that young 20-something anymore. Our bodies have gone through sometimes multiple births. Our breasts have been nursing, and there's changes that happen all around. And our body doesn't look the same. So oftentimes a lot of women and mothers struggle with their body image. And then when our partners then go to us and say, oh, well, maybe, how about you go do this? Or how about you change this? Or, this is what I want. Or you need to lose weight. Or you need to get a boob job or something like that. it can feel very much degrading to the image that you have of yourself. And it's as if you are now coming into this conflict of, well, I want to feel good about my body, but there's some thoughts underlying inside of me that agree with what my partner is saying, that I'm not good enough as I am. But the truth is that you absolutely are, and confidence, whether in body image or in your worth or in your abilities and talents, all comes from within you. It doesn't come from without you, meaning it doesn't come outside of you, needing to be from other people to validate that. See, that stuff has to come from deep within you. You have to know it first and cultivate and grow these thoughts and these knowings and these beliefs for yourself before your partner can really match that energy that you have about yourself. Match it in their energy towards you, match it in their words to you, match it in the respect and honor that they give to you and your body, or whatever medium that it is. So the takeaway from this really is that if you feel criticism or see criticism, or your partner's not valuing you authentically as you really are in this world, with all the gifts and the beauty of everything that you've given to the world, whether it be children or just your love or just who you are, and if you're feeling like they're asking you to change and you don't resonate with that, then this is not so much about them. It's more about you. Yes, that could have been mean. What they have said or have done or have been requesting of you could be mean, and especially from your perspective. But if you really want this to change, you can't attack them. You can't say, you're wrong, what you're saying is out of line, you disrespect me, you need to change, and get mad at them. Because really, you're mad at yourself. You're mad at yourself for thinking and believing and creating an energy that once lived at that level. So instead of being mad at them or at yourself, just stop judging altogether and start having compassion and empathy for yourself and for them. Because if they are asking you to change, that also means that there's somewhere inside of them that they're not happy with themselves either. It means that there's some place inside of them that they want to change, that they're often projecting onto you. It's said that whatever you see in me is a reflection of you. So if they see and criticize you, they're really only criticizing themselves. So give them compassion because they're projecting, but also at the same time, they're reflecting, meaning they're only reflecting the energy that you have for yourself. So if you want to change this, compassion for them, compassion for you, and where you had your energy before, where your mind was about your person and yourself and your abilities and your talents and everything, where that was before, and then change it. Offer something different. Start to say something new, something more true for who you are. Start to love yourself, your body, your image, your talents. Believe in yourself. Stop needing that affirmation or that belief to come from your partner, because they can't genuinely give it to you until you first genuinely own it for yourself. And it doesn't work the other way. The other way is so conditional. The other way is like, sometimes they might believe in you one day and then sometimes they'll criticize you the next day. And that is all because you're supposed to, on this path of life and in relationship, learn that the stability for your worth and for everything that you have to offer comes from within you. And it has to start there. That's the only place that it can be founded and grounded. So start there. start to give yourself, just affirmations, mantras that are good. Start to treat yourself with the same respect, admiration, self-honor that you want to see come from your spouse. And that's a really good way to figure out, like, what is it exactly that I would like my spouse to be doing differently? Write down that list, and then you do those things for yourself. Love up on yourself and learn. At first, it's not going to feel genuine because you're coming from conditioning that is not founded in those strong beliefs, but you're changing them, see? So at first it won't feel like genuine. Sometimes people are afraid, or they mock using mantras or affirmations because it's like, oh, well, I'm saying this thing, but I don't really believe it. Of course you don't really believe it. It's not part of your conditioning. You have to keep going at it consistently over and over. Use that same mantra consistently to get past that point where it becomes your new normal. You're not going to get there any other way because the adult brain has very little opportunity as far as ways that it can change and grow. We have to use consistent affirmations, consistent messaging, or consistent new experiences to change the thoughts that we have as our founded thoughts inside of our subconscious. So mantras are an amazing way to do that. And then creating new experiences for yourself are an amazing way to do that. And then also not neglecting, but changing, like not letting what the criticisms or the things that might feel like they do have a connection to an old thought that you used to have, letting them go, learning to release those and no longer buy into them. Because the only time that anything someone else could say can actually irritate you is when you buy into it. So choose not to. That's it for now. See you next time.